Hey, what is up, fellow critics? Yes, we have another review and reaction for you guys. Today we're going to be doing Unbelievable Episode 4. Now, Rasmussen and Duvall found out that their cases are connected, and the fact that the person knows that they don't really check on other precincts. So they did some digging up, and they finds out that the person is going to different districts and, you know, doing this crazy act. So they call around and they actually find a connection. So they decide to pull all their resources together and bring their case as one. And they're even trying to search out other agencies as well, like FBI and stuff like that. So it's very interesting. So before we start, guys, please like, share, and subscribe to Cinema Critics. Let's go ahead and start the episode up.
You're a brave woman living in a frat house.
Oh, I don't live here. I just take care of the place and the boys.
Wow, really?
My friends think I'm out of my mind, but I love it.
A little bit.
Is there anything else you remember about the assault or the suspect that for any reason?
Oh, no. So one thing I've noticed, if this is all the same person, this guy does not have like a particular type he goes for. Like, all these different women are completely different from the others, so there's no really connecting like a type that he likes. So it's probably going to be even harder to find because it seems random, you know.
Come on, you're smart cops. You must have a hunch or two. Maybe the evidence isn't there. You don't want to go out on a limb.
Look at her. Tell her no.
I'm like backup detective.
Next thing you know, we're known statewide as the two lady cops trying to nail this on one of their coworkers. No, thank you. This one, we're figuring out on our own.
That's a smart move. That's a smart move. I want to know when's the point when they connect Marie's case to all the other cases. I want to know how that comes up.
Ms. Adler, according to my computer, it looks like you
failed
missed a
to
court date
appear
yesterday, and there's a warrant out for your arrest.
Wow.
Mr. Hughes is going to help you, honey.
I'm sorry. No,
Oh.
I'm not. I'm sorry, miss. Look, I got 4 cases on the docket this morning and a pretrial motion this afternoon. There's no way. Miss...
Oh. Oh, punked him. Give him the puppy
sorry.
eyes.
No. False reports. I mean, it basically never happened.
Really? So yeah, she never named anyone, and like I said, I'm surprised, very surprised they did it because they know her situation. So I wonder who actually put it out on her, because it was way after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Normally, if they're going to charge her, they would charge her then and there. Why send a citation way later, way after the fact? You know, unless it's crazy. It's kind of weird now I'm thinking about it.
No screw-ups. No partying. No interaction with the police. I don't even want you to get a parking ticket.
Well, that's good. She's getting at least some help. This public defender is helping her a little bit, and maybe he'll figure out why they're hounding her. Maybe she'll get off. And they said normally they don't really do these cases, so why someone pushing this? So maybe they'll try to plea out the deal, and maybe she won't get any jail time. Maybe she'll just get like community service or something.
What can I do for you?
What's going on here?
Yeah, it's about, this.
Does Scott have a birthmark on his left leg?
I don't know. He might.
Oh, crap.
Taking your boyfriend somewhere fun?
No. He's not here anymore.
I had a feeling she was gonna have problems with her boyfriend, because seems like he's not the really best thing for her. He's overprotected, and probably the fact that what happened to her probably makes him even more mad at her than the guy. Guys like that are just the horrible people. Like, she don't need to be with that dude.
Pretty freaky birthmark, huh? You're so screwed, detective.
What kind of
You're the
tattoo
one who's
is
gonna be
that?
the lawyer. What the fuck, lady? I didn't know you could do that.
Got him. So sneaky, but yeah, pretty much that's probably not the guy. And she knows it. Wasn't a birthmark. It was some kind of tattoo. I don't know what the hell that thing was. The little scent trees. I forgot what they're called. The trees that you put in your car. At least it seems like Marie kind of forgave him for that move he did. And they're kind of better now. She at least can come here and relax and, not be judged by everybody.
What?
Well, then we'll go to the police and we'll explain the whole
I
thing.
can't have anything to do with the police. Mr. Hughes already said that. He made it super clear.
But
what?
They find out it happened. Ask Marie, hey Marie, did this really happen? And the fact that she wants to say yes, but she can't because she, you know, she's like, hey, you gotta come talk to the cops. And she knows she can't really talk to the cops right now. She has to stay low right now until get her case settled. Because she goes to the cops and, hey, I got raped, it really happened, it's gonna mess up her case. It's not gonna go well for her case because now they be like, well, is it true or is it not true? Because how many times have you changed your story? So I see where she's coming from. I mean, she can tell her, hey, you know, I was raped, but guess what? I'm not gonna say anything about it because it's gonna affect my case. But Maria's like, no, you know what? I had enough of this. You know, I'm not gonna, you know, go back and forth. I'm not affecting my case. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to pay a fine, you know. So she was like, hey, I did not do it. But you can tell they kind of think she's not telling the truth now. They kind of, it seems like they kind of figured it really happened because it's just too much of a coincidence. The exact same way she said it happened to someone else.
Victim got away by diving headfirst off her second floor balcony.
wow.
Yeah, she got banged up.
Wow.
Cracked pelvis, broken leg. What? She didn't get raped.
Wow, this girl escaped from being raped by jumping out of the window. Wow, that's crazy. I mean, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. Woo, wow, that's tough.
Stuff that wouldn't end up in his legal record, but could definitely be in his personnel file.
Ah, that's called dry begging. That's called dry begging right there.
Great.
No, you know damn well that's not gonna be the guy.
I'm sorry, officer. Did I do something wrong?
Damn, you about to blast off on this dude. You about to get yourself in trouble. So yeah, that was the episode. We have Rasmussen and Duvall following up on a connection that they made that is very similar to their case. So they go and talk to this lady, and she actually works at this dorm, and they come to find out, yes, this was the same person that attacked her. So pretty much the same things. She was, you know, held at gunpoint. Well, I don't know if she was held at gunpoint, but the same thing. She was tied up, you know, held captive for hours, and then, you know, made to, you know, he made her shower and wash and stuff like that. So it's definitely the same case, same person. So they decide to go to the FBI and try to get some information and use their systems as well. The actual one of the FBI guys there was talking to him and, you know, asking like, hey, what else do you want me to know that's not in the file? And Rasmussen's like, no, don't tell him, because she doesn't want to get out that they're kind of looking for a cop. It's either someone super smart or it's a cop. So there's a good chance it's a cop, and they don't want that known because it's going to damage their case. You know, if everyone knows that they're looking for a cop, no one's going to help them. So they get a tip. So this guy comes in from the school, and he's like, hey, I seen your flyer, and I think I might know someone who this could be. And you know, he had prior arrests. Well, not arrests, but yeah, he had prior arrests, but it got dismissed, and it was sort of almost like a date rape type deal. So they brought him in. They noticed he had something that looks like a birthmark on his leg, so they brought him in, talked to him, but comes to find out it was not the guy. His actually mark on his leg was a tattoo, an ugly one at that. So yeah, it wasn't the guy. So Marie had got a citation in the mail last episode, so she went to go check up on it, and you know, she didn't get any like follow-up letter that they're supposed to send to her. And so she went to the clerk's office, and they told her, hey, let me check you out, let me look it up. Comes to find out they actually send the letter somewhere else, and they had a bench warrant for her. The city clerk, they helped her out, and they fixed it and gave her a court date for that day, but she needed a lawyer, so she actually hooked him up with this lawyer guy that was a public defender. He looked over her case, and he thought it was very strange that she was actually charged with this, because he said normally they wouldn't charge anyone for this. You know, normally it just doesn't happen. So he thought it was very strange. So she actually gets her court date. She gets to see the judge, and she pleads not guilty. And so the attorney is going to try to get her a plea deal or dismiss. So he tells her, hey, make sure you stay out of trouble. Don't talk to cops, anything like that. Stay squeaky clean. you know, for this case, because it's gonna mess you up if you mess around with the cops. So Marie is hanging out with Colleen. I can't remember her name. I think it's Colleen. Colleen and her husband, and it looks like they're on better terms now, because at one point she was kind of mad at them, but they're on better terms and they're hanging out and stuff. And Colleen actually was looking at the TV and the case come up. I believe it was the older lady's case who worked at the dorm. I'm not 100% sure. But they show that someone else was attacked by a masked man, tied up for hours. And Colleen's like, whoa, that's similar to what happened to you, Marie. Did that really happen to you? Because look, that's not just a coincidence. Did this really happen? And she's like, oh no, she was like, oh no. And then, she was like, hey, no, if it really happened, you need to tell me. And then Maria was like, no, I can't, because my attorney told me I can't talk to the cops. It's going to hurt my case. So no, it never happened to me, and she keeps on saying, nope, didn't happen. And I see where she's coming from. She don't want to talk to the cops. She does not want to affect her case. It's going to mess things up. It's not the right time to do it. I mean, there could be a better time, just not right now. Not right now. So she gets home, she actually looks up the case and she's reading about it. There's a tip line and she's really, really close of calling in the tip line, and she decides not to do it. Smart move. It's just not the right time. It's okay to do it, just not right now. So the team is actually getting some more connections. They're talking to other detectives and they're finding other cases that are very similar to theirs. So they're trying to check in on them. They found this one lady who was attacked, but she jumped out of the window. It's the most craziest thing. The guy was a masked man trying to rape her, and she said, F it, I'm jumping out of the window. And that's crazy. That's crazy. She was on the second floor when it happened, so she tore herself up too, broken bones and all that. So you can see that Rasmussen and Duvall are very, very into this case, and you can see that it's both affected them in a lot of different ways. They're away from home all the time. Rasmussen, her boyfriend or husband, actually works for the Justice Department, and she was trying to get some information from him out of it, but he can't do it. He'll get fired for it, and she gets pissed off at him, and it just shows you how it's affecting them. And he knows, hey, you you knew the answer. You knew I couldn't tell you, but you get mad anyway, and you asked and you got mad. You know the answer. I can't tell you. So that's how it's affecting her. You can tell it's really, really affecting her. And then with Duvall, it's affecting her as well, because she's actually driving down the street and a white pickup, jumps in front of her, and she pulls him over, pulls the gun out, and walks up to the car and hey, roll your window down, and then comes to find out it's like a old guy and his granddaughter or grandson. I don't know. I can't remember if it was a boy or girl, but it just shows you how it's affecting both of them. And you can't be too emotional. You can't let your emotion affect your judgment, because then you're gonna make bad decisions. So she could have easily, set it off on that car and killed these people, So you gotta be more careful, guys. But yeah, I don't see this show being talked about a lot. This is really, really good, and the fact that it's not about our murder, maybe that's why a lot of people are not really watching it. Or it's hard hitting. I understand that this is a very hard hitting show. It's done really well, so I can see why people are not kind of talking about it, and they're trying to stay away from it. But you need to talk about this stuff. There's nothing off limits to talk about. You should be able to talk about anything, So yeah, I really enjoy the show. I can't wait to see what happens. Then, like I said, after this, I'll probably check out the real story and see exactly what happened, because this is based on true events. So yeah, leave comments below what you think of the show. I think it's really good. So yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure you please like, share, and subscribe to Cinema Critics, and we'll catch you next video. Peace out.